Hey, we're live. Oh my God, seem a little bit overexposed here. Maybe you can't turn that down a little bit. Charlie Tango 11. God, you was here in a matter of seconds. How are you, mate? Just a double check. Can you hear me okay? Sound perfect. Okay, cheers, Charlie Tango. Ben Speed. Hi, mate. Mikey Smith, sounding good. Hi. Dave M. What's that? Dave M. AMC 33 in the house. Mound and Clear. That was obviously a typo. How you doing? British Blink 30 over 9. David M. Awesome. Yeah, how are we all? I'm not going to bore you all, right, with the sort of day that I've had. But it has been an absolute nightmare. Lockdown tomorrow. So after this live stream, I've got a Mike Kelly. Evening, mate. 1837 out and about. Hi, mate. How you doing? Thanks for everyone, by the way, to Willy Nilly. Hi, Steve. Thanks for sorting my brain out today with my SWR on SSB. Yeah, Willie, no problem. You're not the first person to have an issue with that. Radio Cruncher. Hi, Steve. Managed to get in one of your live streams at last. Yeah, well done. I appreciate you coming along. David M. in the house. Hi, David. Colin Guntrip, is it Sunday already? No, I've been putting it out there that I'm going to be streaming today. Now, listen, guys, I've got an hour. Okay. So if we can have a chat and see who else comes along, if anyone's got any problems as a group, maybe we can sort anyone out. Dipsy, hi Dipsy, how you doing there? Nice chatting to you on Zello the other day. Willie Neely's looking forward to learning more from me and the gang. Every day is a school day. It's the same for me. I ain't gonna sit here and say I know everything, because I don't, because I've been educated by people myself. David M, did I put all my shopping away? Yes, I did. I'm not sure if David was the guy. I'll put Zello on in a minute, so anyone that, at the minute I'm on mute. Charlie Tango 11 selling loads of kit on eBay to make room for more kit. Fair play to you, mate. You can never have too much. I've had a bit of a move around. You can see a little pile of rigs in the background. Steve G, another Steve here. Steve, that is a blinding name. Tell your mum and dad well done. That's sorted. Dipsy says, yeah, it was nice chatting to me and all the other people. Yeah, it is. It's great. Al Bast, welcome aboard. Leader Brewer, evening, Lee. I think you was the first person in last time. We got 25 people in. You got me for an hour. You got me till 8 o'clock. We need to get 061 and Fred on, and it will be like the 305 net. Yeah, 100%. Barry James says, oi, oi, Steve. Great to talk to you on Zello the other day. Yeah, likewise, Barry. Radio Cruncher on Stevens with a PH. No worries, mate. Anyway, I'm just sort of getting myself settled in. Oh, someone's hit like. Don't forget to hit like, guys. You know, I'm not forcing your hand, but it's dead easy to forget. I very rarely remember, and I sometimes have to go back. Oh, 5 likes, appreciate it, guys. On the road with Tony. Steve, what's the Zello channel name? If you type in 318 live and add in Steve Stevens, Steve Steve, okay, you should find me all right there. Got to remember that like button. Yeah. Glenn Fryer says, I do look cool in that hat. I put it on originally just to make people laugh. It is my hat. I do wear it. I wear it while I'm on holiday. And one day I thought I'm going to do a live stream, bung my hat on, and people seem to have warmed to it. I've been told I look like a gangster. I've been told I look like I need some Pims or a big fat Havana. Well, I don't smoke anymore. If I did, I'd probably get one for the crack. And I've also been told I look like a pimp. I've been called a lot worse than that. GM4ZJI, I think that is Chris. Nice to see the hat getting an outing again. Ta-da! Yeah, the hat's here. In actual fact, guys, I'm going to invest in a few more hats just to keep it light-hearted. And if anyone's got any radio-related questions, of course, don't be shy to ask, whether it be a mic wiring problem, an SWR problem, antenna choice, nag mount, fixed the body, you know, whatever it is. Radio Cruncher says, do I monitor any channels on CB? No. What tends to happen nowadays, Radio Cruncher, because I've not got home base at the moment, some of the local lads will send me a message on Messenger, say, Steve, fancy a go on the rig? And I go, yeah, okay, I'll meet you on, and we'll set a frequency, we'll just have a local chat. When the skip's running, I tend to tune around and listen for people's CQ calls, because if you can hit them while they're hot, at the end of their CQ call, I generally go straight back in and, you know, take my chances that way. Or obviously sit on the 555 or 27385 lower sideband if the long skip from America is coming in, but just go with it. I never fix myself to a frequency unless I'm talking to someone. If I'm not talking to someone, I'm normally tuning around, listening for them distant stations. Yeah, I can't remember if I'm repeating here, but Catfish just said, hi, how you doing? Yeah, I'm doing fine, thanks. Can anyone remember back in the 80s, 90s, or, you know, whatever time you can remember, being on AM and just flicking around the channels? Because then we didn't need to use the squelch, because you didn't have all that harsh white noise. And you could listen out for them distant stations, and that was my thing. If I could, I didn't care if I could only just make out what they were saying. I'd be on the side, you know, power mic full up, eating the thing. What's the furthest country you've picked up? Oh, it's probably America, some of the states in America. I've made multiple contacts into America and Canada as well. I've heard Australia. I've never managed to make the trip. It's never happened to me, but it's not something that I've ever done. Radio Cruncher tends to leave his rig on the 19 as he hasn't got SSB yet, unless I hook up an amateur radio, have my Cobra 148 GTLDX on the bench to align at the moment. Yeah, the 148 GTLDX, one of the best rigs I think that was ever created. To me, once I got my 148, that's where the magic started to happen. It's horses for courses, really. If you want to sit on the 1.9, that's great. If you can hit, you know, what tends to happen in a lot of towns, you get two people sit on the 1.9 and they just will not move for love nor money. It's fair enough. Mikey Smith has just brought up a great little statement there. Mikey Smith says when he was on CB, he remembered playing chess and playing battleships over the rig was a thing. Do you remember that? Yes, I do. I can't play chess. I've never played chess in my life. But me and the girl that I was with, this is going back years ago, we knew a couple. The guy's name was Lawrence and his girlfriend's name was Geraldine, right? And the problem was Lawrence used to like smoking herbs, right? He'd always have one of his magic roll-ups on the go. Wooly Ganuga, yeah, welcome, fella. Hopes all is well. Yeah, it's been a busy day, mate, to be honest. And I'm on here for an hour. I'm on here till 8 o'clock. So all of you guys, if you can just bear that in mind, because from here I've got to drive probably near enough an hour to somewhere to pick up my Christmas presents and then come back because the lockdown's tomorrow. Barry Jones, what extension speaker would you get without blowing the bank? I've got to be honest, I've never been a fan of extension speakers. Nowadays they've become a bit of a thing with the noise cancelling and all that. I'm old school. For me, rig makes a lot of funny noises. It's working. Nowadays, everyone wants to sound like they're on a mobile phone. You know, they've got graphic equalizers and turning RF gain down because they've got a couple of pound of noise and getting the speaker because it might sound a bit different. I'm not into all that. I'll plug anything into my rig. I don't want it to sound like a stereo and I don't want it to sound like a mobile phone either. So, yeah, my advice, just buy a cheap and cheerful one, mate. I used to use one on my 9900. What it was, I could not tell you. It was about this big square. And I used to run at one point my 9900 on the passenger seat. Well, because with the speaker down, it muffled the sound. So I used to have to put the rig upside down. And if I stopped in traffic and I looked, it was a job to work out what's what. So I just got a very cheap and cheerful extension speaker, put it up on the dashboard, good to go. Willie Ganuga says, I've now got a Midland GB1 in my car. Hopefully get a few contacts. I'm not familiar with that, the GB1. Is that one of the new like modern rigs? What is it? AM/FM? Like I can't even remember what they call it now. Multi. You know, you've got like the English and the Polish and the Italian frequencies. They're all very similar, all very slightly out of a line of our mid block, and they might even be on our mid block. But if you go to say Poland, for example, their output power might be slightly less than ours. Fox hunting, yeah, I never did that. I never did fox hunting. I used to like sitting at home listening to everyone doing the fox hunt. Oh, I've been rushing about all day and I forgot to sugar me bloody tea. Mikey Smith's, what's fox hunting? It's not fox hunting, it's fox hunting. You get a group of people on radio and one person has to drive off and go and hide themselves. That's the fox. all of the rest of the group have to try and find where they are to DF them, if you like, they used to call it. No, I'm not into fox hunting, anything like that. I'm an animal lover through and through. If I'm on the beach and I see a bit of plastic or a bit of rubbish, I always pick it up, you know, 'cause it kills me to see like these whales and stuff washed up on beaches and they've basically died through ingesting plastic. In actual fact, this has just triggered something for me, guys. As an animal lover, I've rescued all sorts of things, birds, hedgehogs, anything really that I've found injured. Rescued a rabbit one day that was out. We've got a couple of foxes around here and we've got security cameras. Okay, one of our security cameras, when we put the food out, you can see the foxes taking the food, but it will only be in night vision, black and white. Once I get this new bit of software sorted out, guys, if I do a late live stream, I'll have one camera pointing there. To me, it's fascinating. We've seen these two foxes bring their cubs to eat at our front door, tiny little things, and you can hear them squeaking as they run off up the road. Amazing. Mikey Smith says he never did anything like that, too busy trying to chat up the girls. Fair play to you, mate. Treasure hunts. Yeah, radio's a great thing. I was telling someone today on Zello, I'm actually sat here living in this house with my girlfriend purely out of CB radio. I've got jobs through CB radio. Obviously, like a lot here, I've met a few women from CB radio. I've ended up living here because of CB radio. Anna X, evening all, using the wife's account. Yeah, fair enough. Sounds a bit suspect there, mate. Anna X. George Donaldson, E17KO. Hey up. Hi, George. How you doing, mate? Catfish, Steve says, and you're stuck with your roll-ups. I ain't smoked a roll-up in probably 3 or 4 years. I used to love my roll-ups. Yeah, so you guys... David M. So, Steve, Awesome Dave here. Hello, Awesome. How you doing, mate? When you're going to come back on the 305, we miss you. Well, I miss all you guys and all. And that's, you know, seriously. Basically, I won't bore you with it all, but I ended up not working at the place I was working at, and that was how I was able to talk on the 305 net. That's how it started, really, me and Fred chatting. I don't work down there no more. I haven't got work at all at the moment. Awesome Dave is famous on YouTube. Fred and Steve's videos. I suppose we'll all claim a little bit of fame, can't we? Right, I'm going to turn Zello on. I'll make myself available. So if any of you guys... all I will say, earlier on, I was on Zello, and one guy was chatting to someone privately, if you like. If you're going to come on the 318 live channel, just leave it so everyone can hear you. If you want to go private without wanting to sound mean, go somewhere else, because a lot of people on here just like to listen. And if they can only hear half the conversation, you know, it's a bit weird. So if you want it private, make a phone call to them, or, you know, chip off somewhere else. Stephen, evening, awesome. Said evening to Steve twice. Yeah, I'll repeat myself. Don't worry. I'll just get along with it. I've got 39 people in here now. Status, and this is going to be a scary moment. It's a bit like stepping off a cliff, isn't it, in the dark? There's 10 people in the Zello room. So if anyone's on Zello in that thing wants to say hello to the rest of the guys in the room, yeah, fair play to you. Right, we've got 40 people now. I'm shocked.
Evening, everybody.
Yeah, evening, whoever that was. Who was that?
Richard, Charlie Tango 3701.
Charlie Tango 3701. Hi, mate. How you doing?
I'm doing great, mate. How are you?
Yeah, super fine. I'm in the live stream at the minute. Oh, it's going to get a little bit crazy.
Hey, Tania.
I'm not sure.
I'm having a live stream as well. I'm doing both.
Oh, good man, good man. Cheers for popping along and joining in on the Zello as well. It's great.
Evening, guys, from Lima Delta 19.
Evening, Lima Delta 19. This Zello, like, it's surprisingly good, isn't it?
Evening, all, from Charlie Tango 3260. Hi, Steve. Don't know if you can hear me on YouTube there, mate. But
yes, I can.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, I heard you, mate. How you doing? It's coming through 5 by 9.
Good evening, all, for 176 Chris in Scotland. And good evening, Steve. Flipping back out of Egypt.
Yeah, hi, Chris in Scotland. How are you? Whoa, evening. Whoever that was.
Mate, I'm great working on my PC, Steve.
Okay, mate. Yeah, fair play. Yeah, well, if you want to sort of chip in, or you can just type a message or whatever. I've got to keep an eye on the time here. We're nearly halfway through this stream, but I'd like to say while I'm here, thanks everyone for popping by. We've got 35 people are coming as per normal. Got 20 likes. That's the only thing I ask of you. If you're not subscribed, I ain't going to ask you to subscribe. If you like the video, the stream, just remember to hit like. Someone's just done that. Thank you.
I'm not so good on the tape on my Malarkey, Steve, because I'm disco electric.
I didn't quite get that there, my old mate.
Said I'm dyslexic. I'm not too good at typing.
You and me both, mate. I quite often get people's messages wrong. I'll see it and think, oh, they've said this, and then it turns out they actually haven't. We are missing Mr. Fred in the shed. He normally pops along. I'm not sure if he might be on some net that's going on. George Donaldson says, good old Fred. George, you on about Fred in the shed? That Fred. I'm sort of playing catch up here with the messages and whatnot. Oh, yeah, well done, George. George, I take it you're on the rig as well. Dan Martin, nice one, Steve, for the info on... Yeah, that as well. Dan Martin says, nice one, Steve, for the info on the G7 amazing range, 45 mile clear us sky. And I don't know if I'm reading that right, but yeah, no worries. I've got the G7s. If I move to one side a little bit, I don't know if you can make out what these are. I've got some of the Motorola T80s. They're not a nice, bad little thing. And just above this rig pile there is a set of Binatone Action 1100s that I bought off of Amazon. They was on offer, come in like a nice little travel box. Got the ear thing and the little boom marks, which I think are rubbish. I was quite happy with that. Stefan says, Fred ain't famous, his hands are.
Good evening from Andy down on the south coast.
Good evening, Andy, down on the south coast. How are you, mate? George says that Fred's afraid of the camera. I've actually spoken to Fred.
6 Lima Radio 061 QSL.
Yeah, QSL on that. I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to turn Zello down a little bit while I just get this out. I'm not very good at multitasking. I actually spoke to Fred in the shed on the rig. You know, I was just on one of my random trips home. And I said to him, so Fred, what's with the hand? You know, you only see the hand. And he said, it's just his thing. He says he's not shy. He's not deformed in any way. He just says that he watches a few other channels. And I think what it was, there was this one guy never shows his face and would just do like the finger pointing, you know, doing this and doing the talkovers and all that. And Fred thought, I'm going to do that. And that's what Fred does. And fair play to him for it. But obviously, I've given him a fair bit of ribbon about that, you know, for obvious reasons. Why miss an opportunity? Barry James is sitting on 27,385 lower sideband. Whereabouts are you, Barry? Just remind us, mate. So if there's anyone possibly within your earshot. Chris has got to go. His young lad's got his football training. Chris, thanks for popping along, mate. Means a lot to, you know, it goes to each and every one of you. Take care, Chris. I'm not even going to read that one out. This is to David M. I don't want to get drawn on that. Angelo, I've got a serious question. Is your wife's YouTube account the only thing that you use of hers? Andy Carey, that was me on Hello. Andy, was you the truck driving guy? Yeah, sorry, mate. Anyone that comes on here says I'm using my wife's name, they're going to get some stick. You know, if no one says it, it don't matter. Who cares? Now, Stefan's trying to post a link. Links are not going to work in here. They all come up. I've got to review them and all that, so it's not going to happen. I did have one from my last live stream. Someone was trying to spam us with some dating thing, so it's not going to happen, guys, unfortunately. If you want to leave any links, go to CB Radio Europe. Leave it on there. If you want me to see it, I'll have a look at it. Barry's in the Heathrow area. So come on, guys. What's the activity like where you are? I'll just give an update on what it's like around here. Around here, you've got me. My mate Paul is a couple of miles away down the road. We've got an old, I'll call him an old DXer from back in the 80s and 90s, Bill. He's come back on. He's bought some kit for Paul yesterday. He's now got an aerial up. It won't be long before I have an amplifier. Bill goes large, you know. He lives on a nice sort of plateaued area. There's Johnny Jaffa-Cake, Andy Leather Jacket. There's Jason as well. He's supposed to be buying one of my rigs. So that we've got like a little group. I think what we need to do is get organised. So we set a day, set a time, we'll all get on the rig. We'll make a little bit of noise. Because there's always someone listening who might be new and a bit afraid to key up. Richard Giles says it's dead around here. Andy Cowley, South Coast is very busy. That's great. Lee the Brewer, what's your best CB film? Well, there's only one that springs to mind, and that's obviously Convoy, but that's way out there. I like watching any film that's got CB in it from way back, whether it's an American policeman, because I used to use AMCBs as well. George Donaldson, you've obviously typed something that YouTube don't like. Yeah, the old smokers. In actual fact, one day I was heading into Southend when I used to drive a 7.5 tonner, and a cop car went the other way. Me doing what everyone else would do. So you pick the mic up. Yeah, anyone on the 127 heading towards Southend, you got the old Bill heading that way. This voice comes back. Yeah, this old Bill's got his ears on. You know, I'm like, now whether that was the copper or not, but listening to the voice, and I could hear like a bleep in the background, like the police had. I think he did actually have his ears on. So I'm like, I'm glad I'm going the other way. I got my foot down. Got the hell out of there. The Midland GB1 is a mobile PMR rig. Sorry, I'm not keeping up with all of this. Oh, we got 30 likes. If you haven't hit likes, you know how to do it, guys. Just click on like if you like the video. If you don't like the video, you know, whatever. I will say, Fred in the Shed done me a bit of a turn. He gave this live stream a bit of a shout out the other day, and it's helped bring along some new subscribers. So is anyone here because of Fred passing the info of the stream on, or are you all sort of originals, if you like? George Donaldson, I think the most I ever had on a live stream was 18. George, just keep plugging away at it. I mean, this is only about my fourth one. I'm just getting with a program now, if you know what I mean. Stefan, yeah, you came across because of Fred. I'm glad, you know, thanks to him we're here. And yeah, obviously, I've spoken to you on Zello, great. Steve G, yeah, you as well. I know one person came across from Fred's channel, and he said about vaping. What was the distraction, George? Sorry, yeah, news spreads fast. Yeah, it does, Bill. Just for the hell of it, everyone else is having a little type. I might as well get in there, and I. Someone else has hit like as well. Yeah, cheers. We've got someone trying to come through on Zello. Yeah, whoever that was that came through, you was a bit broken up. Do you want to try that again, mate?
I tried sharing a picture there, Steve, of what I'm using at the minute, and I don't know if it's come through.
I don't know. I'll have to look in that after. Because I'm using a phone. I ain't really fully au-fi on all this. So I've received a few pictures, but it takes a lot of messing about. But yeah, no problem. I'll have a look later, me old mate. Okay, no doubt it will be there.
I know what he's meant. I know what he's know. Plenty of little grabs too at the minute.
Yeah, Grant too. I've had one of them. If you've watched any of my older videos, yeah, I've used the Grant 2 to quite good effect actually. Who's that, Steve?
I've got a few rigs, Steve. Who's that?
Yeah, this guy is telling us he's got a few rigs. Yeah, blimey. Do you know what? I wish I had £1 for every rig I've ever had. And same with a lot of you guys that's been on for any length of time. Dan's waiting for a pair of G9s.
I've got about 10.
I don't know how many I've got. What have I got sat behind me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got the President Barry, that's 6. Lincoln 2 Plus, that's 7. 8, that's another 6900. That one sat in its box. I've got the CRT Millennium and a CRT 1. I'll be honest, I would never have bought them two. They came up in deals. But to be fair, they both work and they're both absolutely tiny. George Donaldson is trying to promote some sort of channel. Is that a YouTube channel, George? And when you say custom radios, what are they? Are they CB radios or PMR radios?
If you watch his videos, Steve, he does a lot of custom work. He's an amateur. He fixes radios and tunes them up and that on design to make stuff on his channel.
Yeah, got your cheers for that info. I've got to be honest, if you've got a channel and you're coming in, you try and promote it, talk to me and I'll promote it for you. And I'll provide the links on my channel to yours. Because links in the chat section, they just get flagged up. Like if you go on someone's channel and you post a link to something of yours, it ends up in a spam folder. People never get to see it. I've got to be honest, me myself, I'm not into having rigs customised. I've seen Cobra 148s jazzed up to the hilt, you know, sprayed red. And that, I've got to be honest, they do look nice, but they're not something that I'm more of a nuts and bolts bloke. If I pick the mic up and it sounds good the other and it's good enough to me, I don't need to do anything else, you know. I do get why people do that 100%. Like some people will have a car and they'll think, right, I'm getting a Springer or an Ariel, and they'll get it to match their car. I've never been one like that. Steve Strayhawk, Cornwall is very busy most nights. 5 or 6 of us have a net every night. Yeah, cheers for that, Steve. I've been to Cornwall. I've been on the rig down there as well. And one particular time I did speak to 2 fellas. I can't even remember where I was. Me and Deb one night just randomly jumped in the car, drove down through the night. We didn't rush. We stopped off in a couple of services. So we was up all night. I showed Deb a little bit of Devon, you know, like Brixham, Teignmouth, them sorts of areas. I said, come on, we'll push on. We'll go down to Cornwall. We ended up staying in one of these Premier Inns, not far from... Oh, what's that big place where they do the surfing? Newquay. We didn't quite get to Newquay. We got into this Premier Inn, went in the bar, got quite a bit bladdered. And then we got up the next day, went to Trago Mills and a few places, and I actually wound up the people in Trago Mills. I can't actually repeat what I said, but I'd scanned out the people in Trago Mills because they're using PMR, found out what code they were using, and then I started talking over so everyone in the shop and that could hear. I weren't swearing or nothing, but let's just say there were some comments. Me and Deborah sat there, absolute, it killed us.
Steve, ask George if he's fixed his Merc yet.
I think you've just asked him. George, have you finished your Merc yet? Oh, it looks like he has. Oh, he bought a new one.
I've got a new one.
Now, I've sort of got a bit caught up in a moment here. The guy that does custom rigs.
You got too much money, Irish ham.
The guy that does custom rigs, just put a message up saying, yes, it's me. And I'll look into that for you, and I'll maybe give your channel out a shout out properly. Eddie's mum.
He does some nice work on radio, Steve. You ought to have a look. He does some good kit.
Yeah, I will do. I will do once I've got all this lot out of the way. Eddie's mum remembers the Trago Mill story. Yeah, that's why I'm not repeating it over here. Not even going there. Fred in the shed's in the house. Hi, Fred. How you doing, mate? And Fred, I know you've probably been pestered to death, but are you going to have a go on Zello? Anyway, Eddie's mum, just for the record. What's the time now? In about 10 minutes, I'll be heading over your way. I think I'll be riding shotgun with Deb. And yeah, Fred, while you're in here, providing you ain't sort of shot off, thanks for the shout out, by the way. Brought a fair few people over here. And you were saying about it being 318, like 3,180. It's gone up to 90 already. No, I do appreciate that, Fred. Nice one. Fred says, yeah, when he gets round to it. Well, he's a busy man, isn't he? I'll tell you what, to be fair, people don't realise how much work goes into people's videos, right? you've not only got things like microphones to get and set up, then you've got the cameras to get, then you've got to master your editing things, and then quite often you might do a video and you think, oh, that's no good, it's come out wrong. You might have spent 2, 3, 4 hours in front of your computer trying to get a video ready. It might be trash, or the computer might crash or something like that. So yeah, fair play to anyone who does that. Obviously I do it myself. 6 hours, yeah, there you go. Do you know what? I did a video ages ago, and it was about the Sirio 827. Now, obviously, I'm mobile at the time, so I've not got one in my hand, and I ain't got one strapped to the front of the car. I had a comment on one of my videos today. Not even a picture of an 827, or you couldn't even see the rig to see what the guy's bandage was. I thought, do you know what? If it really freaks you out that much, jog on. Do you know what I mean? I just can't tolerate that sort of thing. You could blatantly see what sort of video it was, you know. Dino says recording VHS to digital format was enough for me. Now, Dino, that's something I've never done. Maybe I'll have a word with you about it. It's quite expensive if you get someone else to do it for you, you know, to burn the discs. See you later, Fred, if you're going, mate. I don't know how many people we peaked out at today. Around about 40, maybe 41. So, yeah, thanks, everyone, for coming along. George Donaldson, am I on Facebook? Yes, I am. If you do a search, George, for CB Radio Europe, that's actually my page. If you request to join there, or do a Facebook search for Steve Stevens, I'm all over Facebook, mate. Yeah, drop us a message in there. We'll have a chat, and we can't see if we can't get people pointed to your YouTube channel, mate. You know, we'll scratch each other's backs here. Someone called Dean has just asked. George says all the best. Don't even go there. Let's just say, out of curiosity, I did some random searches today on Zello just to see what's on there, and there's some interesting stuff on there as well. I wouldn't recommend any of you do it. Cover your ears, because you might hear some, you know, adult stuff. Barry James got a YouTube channel, I presume. Says, me and my son went to our pond. We keep koi carp. Just started our channel. Editing is hard work. Yes, it is. All I can tell you, it does come easier. Barry, what editing software do you use? Albast, what's your channel about, mate? How can people find you? And that's the same to any of you. If you try and put a link, YouTube will just take it and it will be classed as spam. Fred without a head. So, Catfish, 73s, mate. I'm going to wrap this up soon anyway, but I appreciate you dropping by. It's a bit more random than normal, this one, but I did say I'll do a midweek live stream, and here we are. And hopefully you're all enjoying it. I know I have, definitely. Radio stuff, you upper sideband, CB and PMR. Okay, George, I've got that, mate. I will respond to that, but I can't guarantee when, but I'll definitely respond to that. And if you join that page that I mentioned, you're more than welcome to put a link to one of your videos on there. That's basically why I did it. I put my videos on there. Other people put their, it is what it is. It's like just somewhere where you can go and sort of talk about rig. Channel's very enjoyable. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, no worries. Well, I'm just going to touch on briefly because I have got to go in a minute, unfortunately. We're going into lockdown as of tomorrow in the UK. I think all of you are UK based. I know there's a couple of guys up there in Scotland as well. I wish you all the best of luck, through this pretty shitty time, really. Colin, take care. Yeah, and you, mate. Glenn Fry, yeah, thanks for coming along. I mean, I'm always going to be on Zello when I'm available. If you're on there and you're calling, and you might see me there. If I don't answer because I'm busy, I'm obviously getting on with my life. I'd love just to sit there all day, having a bit of grub. My life's just not like that, unfortunately. Dipsy says, thanks for the midweek stream. I still got to work through lockdown. No rest here, mate. Yeah, I know what you mean. Ben Speed says he's been in lockdown for a week already in Wales. Yeah, it's terrible. I don't know what's the world coming to. Whoever could have predicted this coming, eh? Steve Strayhawk, yeah, I'll be back on Sunday, okay? Do another stream. Barry James and Anna 318 Live. I don't know whether that's Anna X or what that is, but yeah, I'll take that as, it is what it is. Yeah, catch you later, James. Right, guys, I think I'll probably wrap this up. I've got quite a way to drive. I don't really like driving in the dark no more because my old eyes don't see as well as they were. But, it is what it is. Got to go and do what I've got to do before lockdown comes. So if you guys sort of want to get your goodbyes out of the way, I'll even turn the volume up. If anyone wants to actually say goodbye. No comment, Anna X. No comment at all. Ditsy, catch you later, fella. 73, Stefan.
Cheers, Steve. Lovely to hear you, fella. Have a good one.
Yeah, and you, mate. Right, the numbers should start coming down.
Steve, watch what you're doing, mate. See you later. Thanks a lot, 73.
Yeah, 73s, mate. Catch you soon. Barry James is working through it. He's on the rail. Steve G, yeah, catch you later. But just be safe, everyone. Hopefully, I'll be back on Sunday. Maybe I've got other stuff that I want to bring into the stream. It's around to it. And I've also started wondering if when I bring a rig up here, if I start talking on the rig, whether it will knock out my Wi-Fi. It's all stuff that remains to be seen. Okay, well, thanks to everyone that remembered to hit like. I've got 42 likes on this, and it does help the channel a little bit. It helps the ranking of the video a little bit as well. So fair play to you, anyone who's done that. Yeah, numbers now going down. So, yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for popping along. I really enjoyed it yet again. I really didn't know what was going to happen today, but I thought, what the hell? But there's been near enough as many people on the midweek live stream as there has on Sunday. So yeah, catch you soon, Dino. Appreciate your comments, mate. I'll see you on Sunday if you can manage it. And what I'll try and do, I'll try and make it about 7 o'clock Sunday night. George Donaldson, lockdown here in Ireland last couple of weeks. Well, you couldn't make this up. If someone told us all this time last year, this is what's going to be happening.
See you, Steve. Drive safe, mate. Stay safe. 73s. Catch you later. Maybe on Zello again tomorrow. Don't know, mate.
Yeah. Catch you later, Mr. GXL. Cheers, mate. Appreciate your comment. Yeah, a year ago, if someone would have said 2020 is going to be like this, you looked at them like you think you need a check-up from the neck up. But here we are. We're in this. But we're all in it together, so.
Back in live stream, Steve. Really enjoyed it, mate. Good night, everyone. Keep safe.
Yeah, and you, mate. Take care of yourself. I'll see you on Sunday if you're available for the next live stream. Cheers. Charlie Tango 11 says, did Trump win? I've got no idea. We're all sort of like, it's a bit of a cliffhanger, isn't it? Did he win? Didn't he win? Maybe that's something we can talk about on Sunday. Listen, guys, I'm about to hit end stream. Yeah, he's going to take him to court and everything, and he's going to. If he loses, he's going to spit his dummy right out. I'll leave that one. Right, catch you later, guys. I'm about to hit end stream. Stay safe, everyone. All going well. 7 o'clock Sunday night. Come in. Maybe we'll meet up back here and we'll just have a bit of a rag chew. How about that? See you later, fellas. 318 now going.